say. Discount code all caps Silverback Podcast. All caps Silverback Podcast. Get you 20% off. Shout out to the world. We love you. We appreciate you. Thank you for keep tuning in because we working hard. And we do this for you. We the real ones, you heard? Anything else, Dre?
You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody just grinding. Stay safe.
All day.
It's a long time ago we predicted this. We say, yo, it's getting real spooky outside.
Yeah.
And look what's happening. Things are just out of control. Please.
It's crazy.
I mean, people just, the violence in every city is just out of control. Please stay safe, everybody.
Absolutely.
And while you're doing nothing, you might as well just stop by and type in silverbackchronicles.com on your phone.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying, if you ain't doing nothing.
Get your latest merch.
You know what I'm saying?
T-shirts, hats, hoodies, you know, the goodies.
The goodies.
But yo, with no further ado, we're about to get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got our sister in the building, the big sis. She put us on. She got over 15 years on the job. She's a supervisor. She's a wealth of knowledge. First and foremost is family with her. If she love you, she take care of you, she'll rock with you all day, every day.
And if she don't,
she gonna let you know she don't fuck with you.
Absolutely.
But you know she love you when she curse you out.
Yeah.
That's when you know you good in her book. Cause she curse you out, she'll ride with you forever. It could be in the middle of the night and I'm like, Brown, she'll come right through. Don't matter what.
Yep.
And that's love. Always will be. And I love her for that. But with no further ado, our sister, Miss Yolanda Brown's in the building.
Hey.
What's up, sis?
Hey, what's up?
How you feeling?
I'm doing good.
You looking good?
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that color.
I know, right?
Yeah.
She stayed with something.
Mocha, son.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
After the last 2 years, I had to switch it up.
I know that's right.
I had to switch it up.
Okay. No, I'm mad at that.
No. So tell the wonderful world, where you from, born and raised?
Born and raised Baltimore City. I grew up in two areas because my mom, of course, lived in the Northeast and still do. My dad was in Eastern, North Avenue and Greenmount. So I say I'm North Avenue and Greenmount, but I also say I'm the Northeast. But back when I was growing up, Northeast was the country club. Now it's Shoot 'em Up Gallery. But I'm from both of them. But yeah, Northeast and Greenmount, you know, made me the roughneck I am.
Absolutely, gotta be. So what did it for you with policing? Why policing for you?
So, I have a retired uncle that was police, and my godfather was police. And ever since I was a little girl, I always said I wanted to be a police officer. But I had kids young, so I waited till my oldest got into high school, and I went to become a police officer. So I always wanted to be the police. It was either two things, police or nurse. So.
How was life growing up in the city?
It was wonderful back then. It was wonderful. You know, I got some age on. I'm 48, so.
Nice.
You know, back then, like I said, Northeast was the country club, so it was wonderful. We was able to go outside, play, ain't have to worry about no bullets flying past us. It's a little different now. I mean, even when I was down my dad's house, I was still able to go outside and play. It was North Avenue and Greenmount, so you might have had a bullet flying past you, but you was able to go outside and play. But it was great. I mean, I miss my childhood. So.
That's dope.
But, you know, I raised 3 kids in the city, and they all turned out successful. So.
Absolutely. They're doing their thing.
Absolutely.
College and being professionals in their respective careers.
Absolutely.
That's 'cause they was scared of you, though.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I ain't had no qualms.
No.
I come up your school and beat you up and wait for your teacher to say something and beat them up too.
So, it didn't matter.
It ain't matter. Anybody got these paws.
Right.
So yeah.
That's awesome. So 15 years. What was life like as a patrol officer in the streets when you first got hired?
When I first got hired, it was a little different. It was easier. I ain't gonna say too much. Well, yeah, it was easier. I mean, of course, you still had the people who didn't want to listen to you or tried you or whatever. But I always maintained that if you show people respect, you're gonna get respect, even when they're yelling at you, if you look at them and say, why you yelling? I ain't yelling at you. Why you yelling? Sometimes that calms them down. It's a little different now working the street because you have a younger generation coming up and they just don't have no respect for their parents, so they're not gonna have no respect for you. But you still have to, I'm gonna say, handle them with kid gloves, because in this day and age in policing, you just can't grab somebody up. So you still gotta kind of be gentle with them, and then you have to know when to switch on the stern voice of, look, okay, like enough is enough. So when I was in patrol as an officer, it was way different. And also your partners made it different too, because it was like you was family.
Right.
So y'all would have fun together, but you knew at the end of the day, everybody was going home because we had each other back. Now it's like this younger generation coming in is for self. They all about self, and they really don't care about their side partner too much. You still have a couple that care about their side partner, but in the whole, it's just like they all about self, and they just, oh, it's all about me and I don't care. So I think we need to get back to caring about each other, which will make it fun coming to work.
Right.
And at this day and age, the younger generation just don't get that.
They're all about TikTok and all
Yes.
this other
Yeah.
nonsense.
Want to be TikTok and dancing. Go
Right.
go sit down somewhere.
How about that? And
Go-
you're on patrol TikTok.
Go learn how to write a report.
There you go.
And then
See?
come holler at me on some TikTok.
That's what I'm talking
Yes. Yeah, go sit down. Get off of TikTok.
about.
Yes. TikTok your ass.
Yeah, no, you good?
TikTok your ass and go sit down somewhere.
Right.
Go handle a call and stop holding out on calls because you want to be TikTok and dancing.
I miss you so much. I love it.
Oh my God, that burns.
It's true though.
That gets on my nerves, and people send me videos like, look at them TikTok, and I'll be like, look at this shit. Look at this.
You ever caught, and you don't have to say anything, but you ever caught one of your officers TikToking?
No, I wish I had. They'd have been TikTok embarrassed, but I had pulled officers up like, yeah, what are you TikToking for?
Yeah.
But that's their generation.
I know.
I can't get into that TikTok.
Yeah.
So, I look at my son, he 26. So, he do the Snapchat. Well, he don't know more because he outgrew it. But, he used to do the Snapchat. Like, so anybody know me know I love music. If you ever rode in a patrol car with me, I had music blast and I'd be in my little seat. Lord, let some salt and pepper come on. I'd be,
Right.
for days. I'd be getting it in. So I'd be in the car doing that and he'd videotape me and then post it. Look at her. She thinks she young. I am young. But I ain't going on no TikToking.
Right.
No, I'm not doing all that. No, I'm too grown for that. I'm not TikToking.
Yeah. Why don't you go do a couple business checks?
Right.
Worry about what's going on
Right.
with the ropes.
Why don't you go out here and meet the little kids that's running around buying my
How
ice
about
cream
that?
like we used to?
Absolutely.
The ice cream truck come on kids, get this ice cream.
Right.
And the parents looking like, why they buying my kids ice cream? Because we love your kids.
Right. And it ain't like you taking initiative to buy the shit.
Right. Right.
How about that?
But that thing, TikTok, oh my God.
Yeah, TikTok.
I think
makes
it's
me cringy.
it's at an all time high now. It's really it's alarming. I'm waiting for a GL to come out.
I believe it's probably coming.
Right.
Oh, we got a...
There is a social media.
There is a social media GO, but it doesn't specifically say TikTok.
Yeah.
But I'm quite sure they're going to come out with one because you keep having officers.
Doing dumb shit.
Our namesake, NED,
Right.
TikToking.
Right. Insane.
It's like, for me, it's like, yo, I'm gonna do this TikTok. The whole block is watching you do this dumbass TikTok, and on the block there's guns out there. Well, like you're not paying attention.
Exactly. Because you want to be famous for what? How long is a TikTok? 5, 10 seconds, 15?
About that.
Yeah, you want to be famous. I can make you famous. Videotape me cussing you out. I can make you famous now.
Right.
Set your world on fire. TikTok that.
Give you a reason to come back to work.
Right. So.
But if you're off duty, TikTok all you want.
No, they TikTok in uniform.
I know.
Right. That's my thing. Like, yo, if something happens and you sitting there TikToking and the incident pops off,
And they hear it in the
It's
background.
and here in the background,
Yeah.
It's
you're
documented.
done.
It's done.
Yeah.
Done.
Okay. Come on, give me that badge and gun. Go
Right.
ahead.
Get up
Go
out of
ahead.
here. You know, we do say a lot of officers now, you know, they take the job for all the wrong reasons.
A lot of them take it for a paycheck. I took the job because, of course, I wanted to be a police officer, and I always felt like with my story and my background, I can talk to younger females to try to make them realize you're going down the wrong path, and if you do go down that path, you can always come back. I ain't always been perfect. Like I said, I had my kids young. I had my first child at 16.
How was that like?
It was rough, but I had a mother who said, I ain't lay down and make her with you. You gotta take care of her. I ain't babysitting. You going to school, you going to work. That's the only reason I'm keeping her. Besides that, you on your own. Like, you're a mother, and that's what you had to do. And then I had my second daughter when I was 18, getting ready to turn 19, and my son when I was 21. So I had my kids young. So me and my kids grew up together. So they made me grow up, and they matured me, but they also made me realize that the path I was going down was not a good one, because I was wild. I ran the streets. I was wild until my mother finally said, nah, you gotta go with your dad. You getting out of hand. Me and my father, I'm a daddy's girl, but you know, daddies with their girls, they be on them. So my father, you know, was like, I'm gonna shoot it straight from the hip. I'm a man, and I'm gonna tell you what it is, and you take it at that. So I felt like once I became a police officer, I can talk to young girls. There's a lot of young girls out here who want the attention, who's out here just, they develop. They more developed than what I was when I was growing up, because I look at some of them like, you bigger than me, like Jesus. Right. So they use their body to try to get attention from guys, and I try to show them that's not the way. You can get attention from a man using your brains. So you don't have to do it. And I always felt like my story. And I just, you know, I felt like I wanted to help people. But a lot of people look at it like a paycheck. Don't get me wrong, I love my paycheck now.
Me too.
Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely.
I love my paycheck. My paycheck then afforded me a nice lifestyle right now.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, we put the work in.
Yeah, I do work.
That work is there.
Yep. Right. So.
What made you want to get involved with, you know, becoming a leader and supervising people?
When you look at some of the supervisors you had, and you say, if they can do it, I know I can do it.
Right.
I've had some very good supervisors, and I've had some pretty bad ones. And I've learned from all of them. And I always say that every supervisor I ever had, I've learned from them. I've learned something from them.
Right.
Rather it was good, bad, or indifferent, I learned something. Rather I'm a mirror them, but not do exactly what they do, or I'm not going to do what they did. So I felt like I could be a supervisor. I can lead people. You know, people listen to me when I talk, because they know she knows what she's talking about, so she can't be wrong. And if I don't know, I tell somebody in a minute, I don't know, but give me a minute, I'm going to find out, and I'll call you right back. And I do the research, and a lot of supervisors don't do that. Yeah. But the funny thing is, when I took the sergeant exam, I didn't take it to become a sergeant. I just took it because everybody else in my squad was taking it. And they was like, come on, take it with me. I started off studying with them, but I always wanted to be in DDU. So I had got put back in DDU, so I stopped studying. But I had signed up to take the test, so I said, well, let me go take the test. And what happened? I got promoted.
And for the world that don't know, DDU is what?
District Detective Unit.
There we go.
So.
I learned, it's true what you say. I learned from one sergeant how not to be a bitch.
So.
He's a big bitch. Shout out to you, my guy.
Oh, boy.
I learned from a sergeant that you gotta have some balls when addressing your subordinates. You can't let them run over top of you, because he was a bitch. He's now the lieutenant, and he's still a bitch.
It's the bitch in the white shirt.
That's it.
I've learned from a major who taught me that snapping off and being nasty to everybody it's a better way to do it. So he like kind of calmed me down and listen, it's the better way. Because anybody know I'm quick. I pop off on you in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I'm quick. Because my grandmother always say what you got to say and keep it moving. Once you say it, it's over with. And that's the stance I've always taken my whole life. But he made me realize, no, it's the better way you do stuff. So I took that from him. And I always looked at him as a good leader. He's up and ranked now. So I look at him as a good leader. And then I have another lieutenant who, she is a sweetheart. And she's stern, but she is a sweetheart, and she'll give you the world. So I've learned different stuff from different supervisors.
Do you think leadership reflects your soldiers?
Yes, absolutely. Because everybody say I'm mean or I'm a bitch or I fuss and I cuss. But like you said, if I cuss you out, you know I love you.
Absolutely.
And I'm only cussing you out because I want you to think about what you're doing.
Right.
And you not listening to me when I'm talking to you. So I have people that, prime example, y'all was my brothers in patrol.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm quite sure if it came down to it and I said, can y'all come work for me?
Absolutely.
Y'all won't come work for me because y'all know
Hands down.
Sarge gonna take care of us. We
Right.
good. She out there with us.
Absolutely.
And I'm that supervisor. I'm not gonna have you do nothing that I wouldn't do. So if I tell you need to do something, I'm gonna go out there and do it. Come on, we gonna go do this together.
Right.
So I think that supervisors who show their squad mates or unit or whoever that they gonna work with them, they work for them because they know she got our back 100% or he got our back. And that's my whole thing. I always show my squad that I have their back. And I'm big on showing your subordinates that they are appreciated. A lot of us are not walk around and we feel like we're not appreciated in the department. And I'm big on that. I'm big on birthdays. You come to work, you might have cake sitting on the desk for you. Happy birthday. And you be looking like, you know it was my birthday. I'm making my point to find out stuff about my squad.
That's awesome. Kids
stuff. You want me to come? I got bring my grandkids.
Right.
So I'm just, I'm big on showing people that they appreciate it. And I think when you show people that they are appreciated and you work with them, they'll work for you.
It goes a long way.
Yeah.
It definitely does. It gives them a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
Too, and then another reason to come to work also.
Yeah.
I miss that family environment because we had that in our squad.
Yes, we did.
And I think that's missing a lot nowadays. And I haven't been in the streets in a while, but when I see it, I'm like, how's the camaraderie? And everybody's like, they just selfish. They don't talk to us. They do their own thing. I'm like, damn.
And it's funny because remember I was the only female for a long time.
Yeah.
So I was like
squad full of hard legs.
I was like the sister, the mother, the disciplinary person. And so, to look at our squad and look at where everybody is now, to know that at the drop of a dime we all come together.
Yeah.
Prime example, Silverback.
You know that.
He brought us all back together.
Mm-hmm.
It was tragic, but he brought us all back together.
Mm-hmm.
So, just to know that we all have each other back, and at the drop of a dime, if somebody needs somebody coming.
Right. Hands down.
So, yeah.
The cavalry is coming.
Absolutely.
I remember back then, like, I think you and those team would be like, yeah, let's stay for another shift and work overtime.
Yeah.
Everybody would stay.
Yes.
The whole squad.
Yes, because that's what we did.
None of that, I'm going to go and play PlayStation.
No.
I'm
all going to rock.
I'm a 318.
Right.
I'm too tired to work. Too tired. What?
We out here getting it.
Let's get this money here. Is you crazy?
One stay, we all stay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's how
we
it
ain't
definitely
we
was.
ain't go home. We ain't go
Hell no.
home. We
And
here.
if I went to go work out, we all went work out.
Yeah.
That was dope.
It's crazy, but that's just the bond that we had. Like, we always took care of each other.
Yeah, we did.
We always went to each other's family events, gatherings, and and wow, it's crazy.
So much fun.
And we was built off of that. That was the foundation of policing to us.
Even when we had other females that came into the squad, PH, she's now gone.
Yeah.
But even her, they came to me and was like, Brown, talk to her. You like a mother figure to everybody. She'll listen to you. Well, I tried.
You tried.
I tried.
I mean, we did go out a couple times. She came out a couple times.
Yeah,
with us.
she did.
We did the crab thing,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, she did. But it was just, alcohol was more important.
Seriously.
Yeah. So.
And also, when she left us, she started hanging out with, different people. And,
Yeah.
they weren't tight like us. They were like, oh, yeah, go ahead, drive along.
Yeah.
Right. But, they allowed that behavior she was doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, we wouldn't have that.
Yeah, we wasn't having
No,
that.
at
We
all.
wasn't having that.
So it made it easier for her
To go over there.
to, enjoy the other side.
Yeah, I ain't gotta listen to them.
Right.
I'm gonna go over there because they ain't gonna say nothing. But them,
Right.
they gonna be on me, and I gotta
they'll check
behave.
me,
Okay,
yeah.
right, but
We want you to do the right thing.
Exactly.
Right.
Instead of be sloppy like the lifestyle you
I mean,
was living.
we still have fun. We always have fun.
Yeah.
But we always, hey,
Right.
yo, chill.
Hold each other accountable.
But we was a family, and we still are a family.
Yeah.
Like, we may not talk to each other every day, but when we see each other, it's hugs.
It's hugs all day.
It's hugs.
Fuck
Hell yeah.
COVID, here's a hug.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Word.
And it's so funny because in my memories matter of fact, 2 days ago, it popped up the message you put on Facebook to me when I
You
was
got
getting ready to
promoted.
get promoted.
Yeah.
And I said, look at this right here. I said, look at this. I was like, oh, they was really happy for
That's
me.
funny, yeah, because I saw it on Facebook. I said, wow. What
Yeah.
the memories.
Yeah.
That's
But
crazy.
Sarge, you did it right because when you got promoted, like how much time did you have on? Like
7 years. 7.
you got promoted when you was
Wait a minute, no.
Ah, no
5.
way.
5.
when you got promoted, you only had 5 years on.
Wait a minute. Was it 5?
How-
Shit.
No.
I think
How
so.
much time you got on now?
She got 15. So it
And
must
you-
have been like
You
6
must-
6
years.
years. 6 years.
So
6
you had
years.
6 years on.
6
Yeah.
years. 6
Yeah,
years.
that makes sense. You
But I
got-
tell everybody when they come on, don't jump out and get promoted at 3 years. You don't know nothing. Stay and stay in. I tell them don't even try to go to a unit. Stay in patrol
Yup.
and get the knowledge, and then go to the units. But they so quick they want to come out. They want to go to these drug units. They want to go to DDU. And I'm not knocking nobody. Like I said, I wanted to go to DDU. But you gotta first know how to write a simple report in patrol before you can go there. You go to
100%.
DDU and you can't even do right.
Right.
You can't even write a
You
B&E,
can't
but you
even
want
write
to
a
go to
B&E. You can't even access loaders notes and put proper notes in there, but you want to go to one of these units,
Right.
and then when you get there, you act like you the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Your shit still stink.
Right.
Right.
Like, it still stink.
Or like, I'm in the middle of a shooting and I got a warrant that needs to be written. You're like,
Right.
How you do that?
Right.
You're like, what? I got a gun in this house right now that I got out of search warrant. You know how there's patrols holding the back. They've been there for 6-7 hours.
Mhm.
Right.
And you
Like,
talking about you don't know how to. Why are you here?
exactly.
You got to go back and learn.
Exactly. And that's they quick to get out there and want to go to these units. But the way the department is moving with this younger generation, they quick to put them in these units. No, you doing them a disservice.
It's doing the whole department of the service.
Right. Because we not closing nothing because they don't know what they doing. So
If it goes
leave
to
them in
trial.
patrol. It's a hot mess.
Yeah.
Leave them in patrol. But that's why I'm kind of glad I'm up at Quarter Master because I deal with the trainees when they come up there to get their equipment. Like we had a class come up there and get their stuff, some of their stuff the other day, and they asked me, and they was like, what's some advice you can give us as a supervisor? And I said, take your time and learn patrol. Learn how to write a good report.
Hold on. They're just getting hired and they're asking you about.
No, they in academy. They was up there getting their rain gear and stuff. I mean, their ride gear.
So they're in the academy, but they're asking you on how to be a supervisor?
No, they asking me as a supervisor
From
what's
your
some
standpoint.
what's some good
Gotcha.
advice to give them.
Okay.
And I told them, take your time in patrol. Learn how to investigate a proper situation and write a proper report before you want to jump out here and go to a drug unit or a DDU or homicide or robberies or wherever. Because I heard some of them saying, I just want to go to drug. Everybody think being in a drug unit is the cream of the crop, and it's really not.
Nope.
It's really not.
It's just fun, but it's not.
Yeah,
It's fun.
I tell anybody, you better look at GTTF and sit back. You better cut it out. Want to go
Right.
there. Stop it. Be careful what you wish for.
Hell yeah.
Be careful what you wish for. So,
Shit, I remember writing report, write reports, and they put that red ink through it, you got to write it all over again. Stop playing. Don't turn this into me.
Yo, when I got to the Northeast, at the time he was Sergeant DW, he's in the Northwest as a lieutenant now. Great dude, he took care of me. All I knew how to do was write drug reports from downtown. Yo, he came through with that red pen. It was like, what?
Or highlight it, make it worse.
And then, one of these, one time, I swear to God, it was so many mistakes. He was like, yo, just read right there. He was like, come on, stop wasting my time. But it made me a better writer.
Yeah.
When I first got promoted and went down Central District, and I was looking at reports, I just threw the red pen away. I would just say, rip it up, rewrite it. They'd be looking like, what? And just from reading their report and how it was written, I sat there and told them how to write their report. This is what your report should say, not what you said. And they looking at me like, how you do that? It's learning how to write a report. I know how to write a report.
That's an art.
And I tell anybody, I ain't the best MF in the world, but I can write your ass under the table. Try me.
That's what I'm talking about.
So, yeah.
So what do you see for yourself? You say you're in your 15th year. You want to keep going up, or how you feel?
So, I'm on the lieutenant's list. I'm sitting number 10.
Congrats.
Right now. So, if I get promoted, then I'm going to ride lieutenant out to retire because I don't want to go above. Being a captain and above, to me, is too political. And I know my mouth. I can't be one of them people. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And that's the issue with a lot of people. They want you to hold their hands and coddle them and tell them what they want to hear, not what they need to hear. And I'm always a firm believer.
You're not cut from that cloth.
Right? Yeah, I'm not.
That's the problem with society overall.
I'm not. I got to tell you the truth. Like, this is what it is. And it is what it is. I can be a little better with my delivery.
Right.
But it is what it is.
Right.
My grandmother said, say what you got to say and leave it alone. So, But, so, if I make lieutenant, then I'm going to ride it out wherever they put me at and, possibly move around at that. If I don't get promoted off this list, then I'm going to finish getting my bachelor's, which I'll be finished next summer. And then I'm going to go through nursing school and get my nursing degree.
Nice.
So when I retire, I'll be
in there. That second career.
Yeah.
Shout out to T-Bone for just got made lieutenant.
Yeah, word.
You know what I'm talking about?
Adam. Old man, sorry.
Yeah, I just found it out before the show.
Before, so. Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Shout out to him. I text him tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, he's in the Northwest Midnight,
I think so.
That's what he's stuck in.
Yeah.
That's dope. So let me ask you, coming from Baltimore and moving up, if you were the top dog, if you were the commissioner, what things would you change? What would be the top 3 things you would change for our city to improve it, if you had?
Well, I'm a strong believer that if the head not right, the body won't follow. So, don't get me wrong, we have some great commanders, but I think we have some toxic ones. So I would have to start chopping some people off at the knees and putting people in the proper place. Because like I said, we have some great commanders that have some great ideas that is known around the city, where the city listens to them and take their advice. But because you have other people that may outrank them, they want to do it their way, which is not the good way. I'm for community policing and getting to know your community. I'm all for that. I feel like patrol officers need to get out the cars and walk the blocks and get to know your neighborhood, because that's how you know your people. When I worked for 12 posts, I could tell you what was going on, with who, whatever. Prime example, I had a homicide on my post, and when homicide came up there, I said, it's 1 or 2 people that did it. And they say, how you knew this? And I said, I know my post. They his closest friends. He got killed in his house. I said, he ain't let nobody get close to him like that to come in his house. And it was one of them that did it.
Wow, that's dope.
All because they was out New Year's Eve and there was a fight at a club, and the one that did it got stabbed and thought he set him up, and he didn't. He was fighting. Like, he can't stop fighting because you got stabbed, because then he'd have got stabbed up. But I told him, like, that's one of them did it.
Mm-hmm.
And they were shocked that I knew that, but I was out of my car and I knew my post and I knew my people. The ironic thing is the guy that got killed a couple days before he got killed, I seen him and I said, when you gonna get his street life up? And he was like, I ain't never giving this up. And I said, streets don't love you. It's always a bullet with your name on with your name on it. No, I'm untouchable. I'm Teflon Dawn. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. 3 days later, we get a call. He in his bedroom, dead, shot. So yeah, you know, you gotta get out the car and learn your post. But I also think that, and I'm not saying going back to how it used to be like zero tolerance, but the department has to have some type of relationship with the state's attorney's office as well. And I think it's a disconnect there too, because of things that has happened. A lot of us don't care for the state's attorney's office. And I understand that's, you know, where you work at. But a lot of us don't care for them because of things that have happened and what, you know, what has came out of their office. But I think if we want to really combat the crime and get a hold on it, we need to put some stuff back in place. Like, why is the power center closed? Y'all don't have these kids nowhere to go. Open back up the power centers. Give these kids something to do. Form different stuff for these kids, you know, just to do stuff. Like, reach out to the parents. It's parents out here that want their kids to strive and do good, but they don't have the resources. And I think as the police department, I always say we mother, father, sister, brother, social worker, teacher, mom, dad, grandparents. We're a little bit of everything. So we're a little bit of everything. You have to start and get back with your community to find out what can we do to better help y'all. And I know a lot of people say, tell them stop stopping us or leave us alone. If you're not out here doing what you ain't supposed to do, we ain't going to bother you. So, but I do believe as the commissioner, I would start from the top, because you got to start chopping people at their knees. And like, you're not what I'm looking for. I need to put somebody else there that's going to follow this vision of making sure Baltimore is straight. And yeah,
it's like when you I see these other industries, they hire you because you're good at that one thing, like what you're saying.
Right.
They don't hire because that's my man.
Right.
And then your man is over there doing nothing.
And that's the climate of this department. You do shootings. I'm a supervisor. But because you they man, oh come on, you can come do this with me, but I may know what to do.
Right.
I would never come and say, oh, I want your spot because I know shootings. Okay, I know DDU, but I don't know shootings like that. I wasn't there long enough. I mean, when I was there, I did burglaries. I did a couple shooting cases with JD. And but that was his cases.
Yeah.
I was just like rocking along with him to learn.
Right.
And he taught me a lot, but I would never come and say, I want his spot in shootings if I was, you know, a detective or officer.
Right.
But because I may be somebody's friend, they might give me your spot because I'm your friend. And I feel like they need to look at what people know and what they can do.
Right.
Versus they my friends, because then you put your friends there and your friends ain't doing what they supposed to do. But now you mad because they ain't doing what they supposed to do, but you put them there.
Right.
You can't get mad at nobody else.
Right. You should know that this is their ability. Oh, he's good at this. I'm going to put him there. She's good here. Boom.
Right. I look at people and I say, I know they can do this. Once I show them, I need them to do this. So I want them there. But if you don't know what you're doing, no, friend or not friend. No.
You'll be happy and sad to know they do that at every level.
Yeah, they do. They do.
It's
Just
not,
got
it's not just police.
Just got out of a few meetings today where I was like, you don't know what you're doing.
It just shines on us a little bit more because, you know, how professional we do.
Yeah.
With a hot body right now.
Right. For a while. So any close encounters when you was on the job? And boy in the streets?
One time, me and my partner, I think it's PD, we went to a call for a family disturbance or something. Or the kid was an EP. He wasn't a kid. He was an adult. But he was having a behavioral crisis. And PD was trying to talk him down and talk to him. and the family was rowdy and going off and whatever, and they was just going crazy. And it's only us two in the house, and I'm on the radio like, we need more people here. And the family shut the door behind me. And I looked back. I said, oh, they done shut the door. I said, okay, here we go. And if anybody know PD.
You talking about our PD, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
He a loose cannon.
Yeah.
2 Pisces in there.
Right. And you know me, I'm quick. But I'm looking like it's 2 of us, about 8 of them. And they didn't close the door. So I maneuvered my way through and put my back up against the door. By then, all of our backup was outside, but they couldn't get in because they had closed the door and locked it. I didn't know they locked the door, but they was trying to get in and they couldn't. So, those.
No,
You go. Yeah, you go.
He's been
Yeah, he go, Chief.
Those scenes,
Master
you
P.
know,
OG.
those scenes talking to
Episode
them,
20.
Yeah.
and you know they still going hostile. And I said, okay, it's about to get real in here, and they start going off. And somebody, and a dude, I think he was maybe like 6 feet. And I wasn't no big person. I'm a female. And I'm like, I can hit him one good time. But what, he gonna tag me. And I had to withdraw on him. And I said, I don't want to do this. But it's either gonna be me or you tonight. And they teach us cinemass. And I hate to say this, but I hate that thing at a headshot.
Yeah, the fatal T.
Yeah, tunnel vision. Yeah, fatal tunnel vision.
Because of how aggressive he was.
Yes, because he was coming. And he backed up. He said, oh, she crazy. Open this door. He said, oh, she crazy. Open this door. He opened the door. Now everybody came in. And I said, Lord have mercy. Thank you, Jesus. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that one.
I didn't know that either.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because you think about your kids. I got to get home.
Yeah, I'm like, listen.
I'm here to help you. Y'all want the beef.
I'm like, look, y'all called us because he going off on y'all, and y'all mad at us because we trying to calm him down.
Right.
And Dosing had to grab him, but he wasn't hurting him.
Yeah.
And I know how Dosing can be. He wasn't hurting him. He was trying to calm him down. And they mad at us. Like, come on now, come on, no.
They locked the door. Yo, what
He
is?
shut the door. And
People-
locked it up.
You woke him
Hold
up.
up now.
They locked
Yeah.
it
Right.
up. I
Hold
said,
up.
wait a minute. He
Okay.
said, oh, she crazy. Open that door.
He said, oh. Okay,
Yeah.
you're good.
I was
Yeah.
just joking.
I was fucking with you.
Yeah,
that's what I just.
I thought I was gonna get her little ass. No,
Right.
she shocked me. Hold up.
It's a lot of lad babies. Look, I'm from Baltimore City. It's a lot of lad babies in Baltimore City. What is wrong with y'all? I'm serious, bro. Like, listen, y'all already said we.
Us?
No, not y'all. The citizens of Baltimore City. I'm from Baltimore Westport. Y'all know that. Dog, I'm not. Y'all are trained to do what you do. Period. Even if you're not at the high end of 100%, you're still better than most of the people in the street.
It's like Bruce Lee, right? Like Bruce Lee always said.
Right. I'm not locking no doors. I'm not doing none of that.
Right. Bruce
Yeah.
Lee would never walk around and look for trouble.
I always look at it like
Y'all
when they
got the
told us in
Batman
the
utility
academy,
belt.
just remember every scene you go to, it's a gun in and it's your gun. And that's how I always look at it.
But
But we're trained at violence.
no,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. But
And it's like we don't want to. We always show up. We're not trying to hurt nobody. We just want to really get in there and get out.
yeah, but somebody
How
would
can I
come in
help?
there and lock a door like.
You lock a door, it's like, okay.
Oh, you done took it to another level.
Right, you done backed me
Like,
into
I
a
wasn't even
corner.
here for that.
I have to defend
I wasn't
myself.
here for
So
that.
I'm
You
like,
helped me.
you want to fight.
Okay.
No, we not
That's
fight
weird to me.
today.
But
No.
you want to know how swift her temperament is? Whereas another officer could have incapacitated that individual,
Yeah.
and she took her time, draw her service weapon, and explained to him, listen, I don't want to do this to you. If you don't stop right fucking there, it's going to be over for you.
Yeah.
And you know what that is? That's calculated, cold-blooded.
And that's looking at the threat. Like, listen, I'm not fucking with you.
Like,
bro.
at that very moment, she's still trying to reason with you.
Absolutely.
Like,
And she's
you
a female.
don't want that.
Right.
So she could have.
Right.
and been justified in doing
right.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he was
Right.
big.
Did it.
He was
Right.
big.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was
Right.
The fuck she like wrestling with a 6 foot big nuts? No.
And then he, you know, God forbid, he takes the gun. It's a
Right,
mess.
right.
It's a mess.
Right.
It could have got real.
It could have got bad for me and Dosane.
Right.
Right.
Dosane was dealing with the EP,
Right.
which his back was to me.
Right.
So I was pretty much his,
Right.
you know,
That's
People was
line
probably
of
in there
defense.
yelling,
Yeah.
fussing, and everything, and you locked in.
But here's the
That's
thing.
crazy.
Dosene's dealing with the individual.
Mhm.
She's got to deal with one of the family members on top of 6 other family
Right.
members talking shit.
Right. Right.
So her temperament was perfect and ideal for that situation. That's what separates city work versus other jurisdictions. Just putting it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, we real about our shit. When you do the job the way it's supposed to be done, you got the right temperament for it.
That's a great point. The fact that the 6 people are also talking to you about the big threat.
Mhm.
The way you play that, like if another person says something, you have to address that person. So
Right.
she's having 6 different conversations on top of watching the threat.
Right.
Because God forbid you don't answer one of them, now you got 2 people threatening you.
Right.
Oh, you don't want to talk to me? Oh, you ignoring me?
Right.
So she's answering all their questions because they talk at the same time.
And still calling in for backup.
Still
for
calling
units
for
to get
backup.
there. Noticing the doors closed. Oh, so now these
Right.
motherfuckers want
Right.
to keep us in here.
Paying attention to Dole,
Right.
Right.
but still watching the
Do you
threat.
not know how many
That is
multitasking
insane.
Right.
she had to deal with?
And I
How
remember
many
what y'all
different
was saying.
situations?
Every time y'all discharge, y'all got to write for that. So you can't. Every bullet got to. I mean, hate to say, it,
Yeah,
but it's
you
truth.
gotta
They got to
account
mean
for it.
something.
You
They
gotta
got to
account
mean
for it,
something.
yeah.
Right.
Down
And on
for
top
it.
of
Yeah.
that, you in the house where you don't know where the kitchen is. You don't know who in the back passing knives.
Right. You don't know nothing.
Right. It's so many things coming in.
That's why
Yeah.
when I say, when we go to these calls, we're facing the unknown. That's the scary part to this job.
And we still do it.
Day
But
in
that's
and day
Every
out.
day.
But that's the bad thing with the newer generation coming in versus us. The newer generation go to these calls and they think it's a joke. And they think it's-
Lackadaisical, they're like,
yes, like blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Like no, pay attention to what you're doing. Like, do you not realize this can go south?
Right.
Really quick.
And that wasn't like your last call. That was probably one of many
No,
during
that
that one
last
shift.
call for our night.
Right.
You know
Right.
how many calls collectively we've been to where we would have been justified in causing bodily harm or going hands on and then going left,
Right.
but due to our temperament, how we conduct ourselves, we lowered that down, took it from a 10 to a 5, explained to them what the situation really was so that they can understand it, probably 4 or 5 times till they fully understand it, and then we left.
And then you got to go on to the
To
still
add-
into
To
your
the
shift.
next one.
Right.
But you know
Go to
what's
the next
crazy?
one.
8 to
To
10.
add to that, that's what's not shown on the TV.
Right.
But to us, what he said, the temperament of like I could possibly kill this person, what she did, and the fact that she kind of like diffused the situation and everybody went home safe. That's where it's sexy. It's not sexy killing somebody. Nobody.
Right.
That's not sexy. Sexy is being able to diffuse the situation with this, with your mind, and everybody goes home. But that's not sexy to the TV.
To the
Right.
To the media.
Everybody
Right.
look at it like, oh, I'm gonna be the police, and people don't realize we have the right to. We can take your freedom. We can let you keep your freedom. We can let you keep your life. We can take your life. Taking somebody's life. I've never taken somebody's life, but I've seen people die. That shit stays with you.
Yeah.
I don't want that on my conscience that I had to take somebody's life. Now, but God forbid if it happened, I hope it never happens. But if it comes down to the point where I'm in that situation where either I got to protect myself or somebody else because that's what I'm hired to do, then I have to do what I have to do. But nobody sets out to become a police officer to say, oh, I'm going to go out here and kill somebody. And that's what the TV portray us as, is people that want to come out here and kill somebody. No, stuff get out of hand, whereas though officers have killed people where they was wrong. Let's call a spade a spade. They were wrong. It didn't have to go the way it did. But sometimes it's just too far gone, and it ain't no bringing it back. You have to do. You know, yeah, you got to do what you got to do. But we get so demonized to say, oh, they just killing us. Killing us? Y'all killing yourself.
Right. First and foremost.
Because you want to hoop and holler about an officer shooting, and I'm going to just put it out there, a black man. But you ain't saying I'm about that black man that's killing that black man.
Facts.
Every day. every day in Baltimore it's a black male deceased. And now it's females.
Oh my God.
What is... When I was growing up, females ain't get caught up in none of that bull crap.
Say it again.
We was too prissy. We was pretty girls. We ain't had time for that. We wanted you to look at us, switch our little non-asses. We ain't had time for all of that getting caught up where we getting killed and stuff. But now they get, they get executed.
Like shots in the head.
Yes, like what is...
You're like, what?
But where is the outcry and the riots and the protests about that? Because the same person that's sitting upstairs saying, they killed my son, but you know your son and killed somebody else's son and you ain't saying nothing. So let's call a spade a spade. Because I be damned if I know my son out here doing some dirt and then kill somebody, boo, you going to jail because I'm telling.
Yeah.
I'm telling, and I'm telling for your own good, because that person you killed got family members. They gonna come back for you.
Yeah.
If the family members don't come back for you, the friends gonna come back. Because the police may not know who done it, but the streets talk.
100%.
Immediately. Yep.
And somebody know. And I guarantee you, now don't get me wrong, it's some people out here that has been killed that was innocently killed.
Right.
But if you look
That's
at a lot of...
It's a very small
a lot of
percentage.
people that's been killed, they've got a long rep sheet.
Yep.
They were in the mix.
And I'm not saying they deserved it, because I don't feel like nobody deserved to lose their life.
I agree.
But come on, karma comes back around.
Say it again.
Comes tenfold.
I've had them conversations with people being on the side of being a commissioner, and I told people most of the people that are getting arrested, even in our city, this ain't like they first or second rodeo, though. Right. It's like they 10th or 11th. Right. So it's the same people getting killed, or like you say, getting arrested over and over and over again. So yeah.
when are the parents or family gonna say, yo, you need to stop, like, wrong, like what is going on with you?
Accountability.
Yeah, it's none, but they quick to
pawn it off on police.
Where the police was at? Where they at when we need?
Where was that when they came up prison?
Right.
Where was you at? Why wasn't you here? But you just told me the other day, fuck me.
Right.
But now you want me here. I don't understand. I don't understand the mentality. Because when I was growing up, you didn't disrespect police. You just didn't.
Say it again.
You didn't.
You didn't want them problems.
Yeah, you ain't want them problems because you had to deal with your parents. Why are you disrespecting the police? But now you got the parents telling the little kids to disrespect the police.
Absolutely.
Or even what else irritates me is when you see a parent with a child, when you talking to the child, and the parent say, yeah, you do bad, the police gonna lock you up. Yep. Or don't make me call the police on you. Stop doing that, parent. Stop. Because you make these kids afraid to come talk to us. Your child come up missing and we stop them and they scared to talk to us because you told them we gonna lock them up. Stop doing that.
Right.
I'm not locking your child up. Stop telling them that. Just stop it.
Well, I remember we'd be giving kids like ice cream dollars.
Yeah, we did too.
And they'd be like, yeah, they don't do that. And I'm like, everything I'm trying to build that rapport, you just knocked it down.
You're crushing it right now.
I think it was kind of easier for me when I bought kids ice creams around in the Northeast because, of course, I grew up there. So a lot of them knew me and knew who I was. So it was kind of easy for me to get kids ice creams and stuff. But I did have a couple parents say, "No, you ain't got to buy my kid." And I thought, "Oh wow, all the other kids got one." Right. Like what do you want your kids to grow up to understand?
What point are you trying to prove right now?
Yes.
And it's not like you buying them ice cream right now. So I'm helping you out.
And all of that with parents say, "Oh, I ain't got this," or "I can't do this," or "I'm struggling." Listen, take it from me. Like I said, I had my oldest at 16, my next at 18, my other one at 21. I struggled raising 3 kids. I did not have the best of jobs. Trust me when I said I had social service. I raised 3 kids in Baltimore City, in the Northeast, then in the Eastern, at North Avenue and Greenmount. I have 3 college graduates. So don't ever say you can't do it, because you can do it. It's just a mindset, because I made my kids understand that education was important. My kids may not have the best of what they wanted when they were growing up, but they ain't never want for nothing. So when people sit around and say they can't, they ain't got this, they ain't got that, it's your mindset. You can have anything you want if you put your mind to it.
Well said.
So
And work.
you can raise your kids, and your kids can turn out to be good no matter what your situation is, no matter what.
I agree.
And when I tell you my kids graduated, they graduated from good schools. Hopkins,
Get them.
Virginia Union.
Get them.
Yeah, like, so you can do good with your kids. Just stop saying you can't. You can.
Get your ass up.
And
Right.
stop telling your kids that they can't be police officers and all this other stuff. The average to live at a household median in the United States of America for one person, 75,000. You cannot name a job in Baltimore City besides military, police, firefighter. Other than that, all the other jobs coming from Baltimore City, if you go downtown, most of the people are transplants. They're not from here. So 75,000, if you're from Baltimore and you don't have this, you don't have that, you don't have ABC, yo, go grind. Even if you become a like sanitation or something, you got to put a lot of work in to get to 75,000. You know what I'm saying? For y'all coming out, like for coming fresh out the academy, what is it like? I think it's 45 or 50.
No, it's
And
50. It's like 56.
and then you can make overtime like immediately because of, you know what I'm saying, because there's a shortage of police officers. So we had young officers in here on the show. They living their best life in their 20s, doing well.
75.
Yeah. You can make some good
Yeah.
money.
Make some money.
So like it's
Learn some shit.
It's all up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Learn so much. Deal with a lot of good people.
told you people, y'all ain't look. We grew up in and around the 80s, so I told people, the average hustlers don't make that money. You dumb if you telling me you do.
Yeah. Back when we was growing up,
Thank you.
them hustlers made money.
Hand over fist.
They
This
made
is a fact.
money.
Hand over fist.
But now they ain't making
It's impossible.
They're not
that money. They ain't
making.
making
It's impossible.
I swear to God, if you're a drug dealer right now,
You're dumb.
like on the lower street level, maybe
stupid.
you're wasting your time.
You
Dumb.
stupid.
You really are.
You making money for the person that's sitting at
Yeah.
home.
Because everybody knows the cartels are running everything.
Yeah.
Right. So you ain't
So
what you get?
yeah.
What you want to pay tennis shoes? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You go work at McDonald's and get
And make more.
and not worry about somebody
The
trying to
manager
kill you.
at McDonald's makes 6 figures.
Yes, they do.
Say it again.
No, employees at McDonald's, they start off at like 15, 16.
Yes, they
do.
Were you with me that night? That one time there was what's that school homecoming? Your school.
You and
You
me?
guys do the homecoming?
College?
Y'all take the whole parking lot and
Morgan. Yeah.
it was a Morgan homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up having an amazing conversation with this beautiful black woman. Hops out the Benz, everything. She owned 3 McDonald's. She was like, yes. And you could just tell. And I'm like, wow, like you own a McDonald's? And I'm like, that's the type of stuff that's out here. But you'd rather pick up and sell drugs?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a mindset, bro.
It's a mindset.
Yeah, and because you become police and they feel like you're a sellout, you're Uncle Tom. No, I'm not
We
a
were just
sellout.
talking about that. We were just talking about that
I'm not
off
a
camera,
sellout.
right?
I'm not a sellout, and I'm not a Uncle
Some of your family members don't even talk to you no more.
It's
Okay.
expansion
I
like
just
that.
chose
cool.
this profession. That's it.
Right.
I'm protecting this community.
I'm protecting you.
Right.
How about it?
Right.
So I either act right or here, try these flex cuffs on.
Right. Well,
Sit your ass down,
these
boy.
metal links.
How about that?
Clink, clink.
Right.
Because I used to work in corrections, so I know how to close a cell too. So come on, bring it on. Which one you want? You want me to ride you down there and close you with that cell?
Right.
Shit. So, yeah. But,
Yo, true fact about prisons, I didn't know, and I'm sure you know this. All the sounds sound the same when all them doors close.
Yeah.
They said it's mentally to kind of mess with people to not to come back. Because I was like, why do all the doors out? You know, it has that same everywhere across the
Boom.
United States.
Clank.
I don't care where it is. They said we design them that way. I said, whoa. He was
You don't
like,
wanna hear that
yeah,
sound
because you don't want to hear that sound no
because you don't
more.
want to hear it. And
I
that
said,
sound.
damn.
Yeah.
That's the last thing you hear when you're inside that.
Right.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah.
Well,
So that's why
one-
everybody say the first
For
day they
one,
come
as
in.
soon as they close the cell on you, your mind should be set that I ain't coming back here because I can't even come out when I want to.
Yeah.
Because
Say that
as
again.
they call us the turnkey, we hold the keys.
Yeah.
And if we say you ain't coming out, you ain't coming out.
Coming out.
Because this has been plenty days. I told my section, y'all is locked down. Y'all ain't coming out.
Them two,
How long you did
man.
that for?
4 years.
Wow.
4 years.
Yeah.
You in the city?
City jail. City jail. F section.
Them ladies over there, they be getting it down.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have a conversation with them, they so sharp with it.
Oh yeah, I fucked with them.
Yeah,
I work
they
overtime.
So funny.
Sometime they being the liaison down there.
They so funny.
Oh, they be getting it in. They made some motherfucker. It was like four females. It was like dudes. Get his leg, boom, 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 boom. I said, damn.
Yeah, I was on a.
Getting mace all over they shirts and shit.
What years? What years were you down there?
04.
Yeah.
04.
When the air didn't work a few times, bro, I was be up in there. Listen, when the commission was in there too, we was on. When the air stopped working, it don't just stop working for them. It start working for everybody.
Yeah.
When they lock it down, nobody
Damn.
leave. You can't even get to your car.
And during 2004, that's when zero tolerance was popping. So you was busy.
Yeah.
People
I
need
didn't know that, sis.
72.
I started that first because I said if I can work with them fools in the inside, I can be the police.
Yeah, you ain't never lie.
So I actually went there when my daughter first went to high school. When she went to the 9th grade, I went to correction. And then when she was graduating from the 12th, that's when I came over to the police department. Because my oldest daughter always made the promise, if something happened to you, I'm going to make sure my brothers and sisters is good. And she still holds true to that. Even though they all grown.
So you was in CPIF.
No, I was in city jail. I was
Oh.
in
Yeah,
city
she was
jail. I
over
in
there.
the Rockford Rock.
Yeah.
On the men's side, yeah.
Yeah,
Because I
she's
couldn't
over
work
the
the
way.
women's side. I couldn't work that.
She's on the way.
This fish bowl. I couldn't do that. I couldn't work the fish bowl. I was on F section. I remember when I was on the tag team in the jail. And I remember they had locked the jail down. And we was like, everybody got locked in. And they had put me down on J section and locked them in. And this guy kept getting smart with me. He kept calling me all types of bitches. And I don't get offended when somebody call me a bitch. But you call me one too many bitches, I'm tired. So he getting smart. You gonna let me out this fucking cell, bitch? I'ma fuck you out when you let me out. I said, really? Hold that thought. I told my working man, I said, go in the rec area. And they was like, but Brown, we got finished cleaning up. I said, go in the rec area and sit there and don't come out. And my homegirl, she was on the tag team with me. And I called my tag team commander. And I told him what happened. And I said, send me 5 girls down here. I said, I don't want no men. He was like, you don't want no men? No, I don't want no men. 5 girls. They got down there. I said, I'm going to pop his cell. I'm going to tell him we got to take him up to medical. We're going to take him in the other rec room. Because in the jail, they got 2 sides. So each side has a rec room. So I had my working man on one side. And I put him in the rec room on the other side. So I yelled down there and I say, so-and-so, medical wants you, get ready to open up your cell. Come on out. So he said, I ain't going back in this bitch in because I'm going to do what I want to do. Come on out. So he come out. I said, go in the rec room and wait for me. He go in the rec room. The 5 girls standing there. So he like, what the hell going on? I go in there. I shut the rec room. I said, what you say you going to do to me? And he said, I ain't going back in there. And if you put me back in there, we going to be fighting. And before I know it, I bust his lip. Bow! I hit him right in his mouth. And I ain't hit him with my fist. I took my radio and cracked his mouth open. And my working man was like, yo, Brown crazy. I said, you going back in your cell? He said, yes, ma'am.
And yo, certain people understand that.
Yes, ma'am.
Certain people need that. A lot of people don't understand. Could you please go in your cell?
I love my era, bro. Listen,
But
You need that.
the crazy thing is, everybody kept telling him, dude, like, she not one of the ones you can play with. Like, she nice, but listen to what she's saying. And he wouldn't shut up. And I just was like, okay, I'm tired of being your bitch today. Let me show you who this bitch is. Let me show you. Since you want that rack, I'm gonna give it to you. And we wore his ass out. Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Me and them 5 girls wore his ass out. Yeah. So yeah. So I felt like if I can deal with being locked in with them, because when like people call out and don't come to work and we get drafted, or you may not get drafted. But at the jail, people call out and they ain't got nobody to work. You ain't going home. You locked in, and they don't open up the doors for you. So you locked in with them.
This is true.
So I felt like if I
They
can
won't
stay,
open the doors.
so I feel like if I can stay locked in, I could go out on the street And the ironic thing is, when I first got out on the street, I seen somebody that was in my section in jail. And when he seen me, he said, I knew you was the damn police. I knew it. And I was like, I wasn't the police, and I was a CO. And he was like, no, you was the police. He was like, you just could sniff stuff out. You knew when people was bringing stuff on the section. Yeah, because I know my section.
Right.
I know how people act. You got to understand body language. If I got a working man and he usually come in and he full of life and, hey, Officer Brown, how you doing? But this day he coming in and he won't go straight to himself. No, let me shake you down. What you got? What you got?
Mm-hmm.
And he had cigarettes all on him. He said, if you take it, they going to kill me. I guess you going to get flown up out of here tonight because I'm taking this.
I need that.
Yeah, give me them. Give me them cigarettes. And I don't even smoke, but give them to me.
Right.
All them Newports was gone. He was sad. He was like, I want to check in. Okay, I'll put you on solitary confinement.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
Yes, sit your ass in
So,
there.
Shout out to all those CEOs doing the job.
Oh, yeah.
yes, shout out to
Yeah.
my bestie, because she just got promoted to captain down there.
Congratulations.
So shout out to
That's
her.
dope.
Any other shout outs you want to give before we wrap
Yes.
this thing up?
Yeah, shout out to y'all for having me on here. I really appreciate it. I gotta come back.
Nah, you got to come back. I'm
I
glad
gotta
you
come
came.
back. I gotta come
Definitely.
back. I had a good time.
Awesome.
Shout out to our boy Chandler. May
You
he
know
forever
that.
rest in peace.
Rest in peace, man.
And his kids, and just shout out to our whole Northeast District. I can say his name, Dosing. I can say Bennett because he was here too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can say all of them. So
All
shout
of
out to
they all
them.
been here.
They my brothers. Y'all my
Yes,
brothers.
mothers.
And, I like
Okay.
y'all.
Love you more.
The only one that hasn't been here is JD. The one that you mentioned.
And we all know him.
Oh, yeah.
Because he be playing games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you got
No, don't let that
Yeah, you know.
Then that jive turkey.
He helped me with my firstborn when I was a right.
Don't
got-
listen to
You gotta
him.
be a part of this stuff.
He will. We'll get him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a couple people y'all gotta get on here. Y'all, yeah. It's a
Okay.
couple people.
Yeah.
All right. Dre, what you got?
Peace and love.
Triple C.
Blessed are the peacemakers.
All right, everybody. It's episode 94. We appreciate you. I want to thank my sister for coming in. She's amazing. She taught us. She groomed us. And that's why we brought this platform to you guys. We're the real ones. We're honest. And we're here for the people. So continue. Stay safe. Stay blessed. We love y'all. Episode 94. Easy.
Easy.
That was fire.
Yeah. It's fun.
Told you it's going to be fun.
It's that sexy man fun though, you know?
Huh?
It's that you so fun.
Hell
So
yeah.
it makes it so dope. Yeah, man, we try to get Jimmy 2 times. And he's like, oh, I thought you said it was Tuesday. I'm like, Jimmy, you
I
know.
know, Doug. Jim. These full of.
He
And
be
then
on
the second one-
bullshit.
These is
That was
full
the
of.
second one. The first time, he said, man, I fell asleep. I ain't come all along. Yo, we was sitting here waiting for him for like 4 hours.
No, I wouldn't even ask him no more. I wouldn't even ask him.
We wasn't, but then I ran into him and then he tried to like make, you know how Jimmy is.
Yeah, you
He tried
know.
to make-
Yeah.
he tried to make
So this
you feel
9-4,
guilty.
right?
He said,
Yeah,
oh,
94.
I think it's not. Let me double check.
So,
oh, what are we naming it?
Yeah, what
Did
you
you
want
pick
in
a
this
name?
your episode?
Did you pick a name yet?
what?
No, it's 90. It's 93
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
I got you. I'll fix it.
because the last one is 92 total athlete.
Well, let's keep this 94.
Let's
Just keep it 90.
Yeah, we keep it 94.
then.
And then the next one.
Yeah,
I think we said this
yeah.
was 93, and then the next one will be 92.
What?
What did you say it was?
He said it
94.
was
I thought it was 94.
94.
But
Yeah, so the
90
next one we'll bring in, it'll be 93.
No, you sure?
Yeah. So
Because I
yeah.
think we said 93
Yeah.
on this.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
remember,
you said
remember we got
93.
about 7 in the chamber, so this ain't gonna drop until
Yeah, so
for a
the next one
minute.
can
So the
just
next
be-
one come in, we'll just remember I'll do 90. I'll tell you 93.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is 93.
No, this is 94.
No, he said it's 94.
You said 94 on
The
the
next
Yeah,
one we
he
do
said
is gonna be
94 on
93. I
Right.
said 94 in the air.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
because I thought
Yeah.
it don't matter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so then we'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll just listen and make sure that it's